Hello everyone. Today I'm going to present a brief introduction to the academic feminism in the late 20th century in Spain as a project for transforming the university and the knowledge from within. The landscape of academic knowledge and university teaching has been irrevocably transformed by the profound contribution of academic feminism. Since the 1970s, feminist science studies have fundamentally challenged self-proclaimed objectivity, exposing the often hidden class, race, and gender biases embedded within modern science. Women, feminist, gender, and queer studies have not simply critiqued, they have revolutionized science inquiry itself. They have achieved this by revising theories with innovative, inclusive lens, proposing entirely new topics of studies, passing the boundaries of what is considered knowledge, innovating research methodologies, creating more equitable and insightful approaches, and introducing novel categories of analysis allowing for a richer, more nuanced understanding of the world. These scientific advancements are not confined to theory. They have been powerful catalysts for educational innovation across all disciplines and educational levels. The integration of feminist knowledge into university curricula is not just a matter of social justice, it is a matter of undeniable scientific and societal interest. The inclusion of the gender and sex and gender dimension in university teaching has steadily gained prominence not only within European higher education regulations, but globally. This progress owes a significant depth to the tireless work of academic feminism. But let's pause and ask, how did we arrive to this point? Has this integration occurred uniformly across all countries? To understand the full scope of gender and diversity development within university curricula, along with the inherent challenge, we must delve into the historical relationship between feminism and universities in each unique academic context. The evolution of academic feminism is its interplay with social movement and its engagement with academic institutions have varied dramatically from country to country. We have seen a spectrum of approaches, from women's universities and independent feminist university projects to queer counter universities and eventually the full institutionalization of feminism within university policy. This diverse historical development profoundly influenced the degree of inclusion, instability, and even the risks associated to this vital scientific knowledge in universities and their teaching practices. Today, I want to present you the relevance of the Spanish academic feminism as a social and academic movement with a strong commitment to women's liberation and the critique of androcentric knowledge inside and outside the universities, with a significant impact on the development of the academic activity in Spanish university beginning in the last quarter of the 20th century. The second wave feminist movement in Spain emerged hand in hand with the democratic struggles against the Francoist dictatorship in the late 1960s and 1970s, and subsequently with the transition towards democracy after Franco's death in 1975. Feminism flourished as women actively participate in neighborhood assemblies, political organization, and university groups. During this pivotal period, education and the transformation of androcentric knowledge were top priorities for the Spanish feminist movement, with many of the members being teachers and academics themselves. This strong connection between second-wave Spanish feminism and universities is evident in the fact that the very first women's liberation assemblies and conferences were held in major Spanish public universities. Due to the unique socio-political situation in Spain, academic feminism here developed with a relative delay compared to universities in North America and other European countries. However, from the late 1970s onward, the academic movement began to carve out a distinct space in Spanish universities, solidifying its presence through the 90s. Its origins are firmly rooted in the second wave feminism and coincided with the feminization of Spanish universities in the 1980s, marking a historic and irreversible shift of women's formal access to higher education. Throughout the 80s and 90s, alongside the burgeoning of feminist theory, new fields study rapidly emerged and consolidated. Research groups and seminars were established across most Spanish universities, progressively evolving into dedicated research institutes. By 1997, Spanish increasingly account for the largest number of women's studies groups in the European Union, with 35 active groups. Despite this vibrant research, teaching proved to be the academic activity less permeable to this groundbreaking scientific innovation, a situation that unfortunately persists to some extent today. Nevertheless, feminist teaching has introduced through doctoral and graduate programs, and to a lesser extent via undergraduate courses, most of which were and still are optional. The primary academic activity for feminists during the 90s was the dissemination of this newly created knowledge. This highlights the strong interest among women academics in sharing their work in spaces where they encounter less resistance than the traditional university classroom, alongside their unwavering commitment to the feminist movement and society at large. The active participation of Spanish feminist movement within universities led to a creation of a robust feminist project within higher education, which became firmly integrated in the university formal structure, not without limits.